Hello everybody, I'm Seth Davis. Welcome to my channel, Center for Healing Arts. About 10 years ago, I moved to India, and I've been living in India full-time since then. A little more than 10 years ago, actually. And one morning, there was a knock at my door, and a Russian lady was there, and she said, I want to have a session. At that time, I was in a retreat. I was taking a retreat and I wasn't working, but something inside me said, go ahead and work on this lady. And so I did. I made the appointment. She came to the appointment. It was a great session and everything. And I live near an ashram, a spiritual center called Prashanti Nilayam. It's in South India. And she went back to the ashram and she told all of her friends that, hey, there's an American guy over there and he's doing this work and that they should come and see me. And at the time, I didn't really want to do that. I was tired. I had been working in America and finally got some rest and everything. I was in India and I was enjoying my downtime, so to speak. So the next day, a man came. And he was from Tajikistan. He came with another person who was helping him, a translator. I guess it was his assistant. And the man came and he said, my son is a quadriplegic, which means he can't feel anything from the neck down. He said, I've been traveling all over China and India and Russia. I've been looking for a healer that can heal my son. He said, I heard about you from a lady in the ashram, and can you heal my son? Well, I said, I don't know, I'm just a therapist, I'm just a physical therapist, and I'm not like Jesus or something, I don't do miracles at that time. And I said, bring your son and we can come over and I can see, I can work on him and we'll see what happens. Because I had good results in the past working with people who had paralyzation or they were paralyzed. The guy says, well, my son is in Tajikistan, but if you say that you can heal him, I will bring him to you. At that time I said, sir, I can't say that I can heal him and I wouldn't want to be responsible for you bringing him all this way and then nothing happening, I said, how about this? How about you come tomorrow and I'll work on you and your assistant, and you guys can see what I do, and if you feel that it's good, you can bring your son, and I'll certainly work on him. Well, the next day, the man came, and he said, I'm deaf. I can't hear. Can you heal my deafness? And again, I said, sir, I'm not like Jesus or something. I'm just a therapist, a simple, humble therapist. But I can try. So we get on the table. I start working on him. I'm working on his mouth and his ears and his head. I'm doing a lot of craniosacral work inside and outside of his mouth. And about halfway through the session, he sits up on the table. He leans over the table and proceeds to what I think is vomit at the time. So he sits up, he vomits on the floor in my office, and I'm thinking to myself, man, what is this guy doing? He's vomiting on my floor. That's not good. And so, well, it turns out that it actually was not vomit. It was fluid that had drained from his ear down his Eustachian tube and came out his mouth, and he vomited it out. And so it was kind of a dark brown, greenish color liquid. And he looks at me and he says, I can hear. I can hear. You healed my hearing. And I said, sir, no. I didn't do anything. All I did was the therapy, and the liquid drained out by itself. Well, he didn't want to hear any of that, so the session ends and he goes back to the ashram and he tells everybody in the ashram that the American guy healed my deafness. Okay. So the next morning at about 8:30 in the morning, I get a knock at the door. I open the door, and there's literally a line outside my door going down the stairs in my building. And people were walking all over my building looking for the American therapist who healed the deaf man. So that's how it began for me. From that day, I just started working, and the people never stopped coming. I just worked and worked and worked and worked until, literally my fingers couldn't move. And we had some amazing results, you know. A lot of it has to do with the person who comes for the treatment, you know. Are they positive? Do they believe in miracles? Do they really want to be healed? You know, so all those things come into factor. So from that moment forward, I became a healer. And was, you know, since that time I've been working on that, my skills, and I've really grown into the light worker that I am today. So it just happens, you know, the universe sees and hears and listens and feels, and it knows what you're doing. So if you're a young therapist or someone who's interested in healing arts and you want to get into this field, and I just encourage you to keep working at it. Don't give up. You know, there will be people who criticize you or say, you know, you can't do it, or I got a lot of resistance in that way from my family, from my friends, but I just kept working at it because it was something that I really enjoyed and loved. And so I just encourage everybody to keep working at it, never give up, never listen to people who tell you you can't do it. You know, when somebody said I couldn't do it, I just took that energy and I put it inside my system, and I just worked really hard to overcome that and prove to myself that I could do it, and that it's not true. You can be a healer in today's society. You can do it. It's something that's attainable. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication, but if you want to, you can do it. So that's my message for all the people just starting out, or maybe you're trying to find yourself or your way, you know. Eventually, something happens after you do 5,000 sessions or 10,000 sessions, or, you know, certain levels of the process. Sort of blessings come to you, sort of insights come to you, special healing powers come to you, because you've attained that level of ascension. So, that's what it's all about. Working with yourself, competing with your own self, and achieving a level of integration that you never thought that you could do. So, if you're somebody who likes this kind of thing, I invite you to hit the like and subscribe button, as well as the notifications bell, so that you don't miss any of the future videos that we make for you. Thank you all for watching. God bless and Godspeed.